Guys, first off, I'm so sorry I'm like very delayed in giving you guys a buddy update. And look here he is gracing the screen. So I'm very delayed on that. Yes, you all got a facelift. There we go. Oh, and I realize the camera's off just a little. There we go. Okay. And you got troublemaker Bodie up here just wreaking havoc. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think of all the kittens out and about? They're being very good. I'm very proud of them. They've actually done very well. And then they've been behaving is the word I'm looking for. And they're working on his upper body. So we have a couple updates for you. I'll just give you little bits. I don't want to take your time up too terribly long. So I'll try to be quick. But the first couple things is, I haven't even shown you pictures of the kittens in the back. So, and yes, we have loads of naming to do, so bear with me. We've got, okay, look at little dark cat. He was like shoved between the corner in the back. It was so funny. He was like very comfortable. Butterbean's like, I'm gonna get my own update. And then this is the tiny Siamese. Like, sorry, Debbie's gonna kill me for having her face in it. Okay, here's the tiny Siamese. Oh, come on, zoom in. Do you see how like soaking wet she is? Do you see how soaking wet she is? Like, look at her little hair all combed to the side. That is because Juniper is in the back, and she apparently loves babies, loves them a lot. Like someone's in here? This one? Is this what you're talking about? Nope, I don't see anybody. Is that what you're referring to? I don't see anybody. Blurbean, come here. Yes, you cannot deny butter. But Juniper has taken quite a shine to the kittens and has decided that she is their surrogate mommy. So when they're on the floor, she like licks them to head to toe, and it's so funny. They were checking the drawer. Okay, I think I didn't see anybody in there. But, so it's really sweet. But, the next thing is, and this is not like the best photo. Oh my gosh. Photo. I'm sorry. This is a terrible photo. But one of the babies has climbed the pole in the pin and is sitting, there we go, is sitting at the top of the pole, half on, half off, just hanging out. Okay, Butterbean is really wanting Mom's attention today. And the tiny Siamese girl, she's like, I can climb the pole too. Look how big I am. Yeah, so they're all doing very well. I'm seeing gains with all of them. So that's good. The Siamese, I wish she was gaining a little bit more. Then here's, I'm sorry guys, look at this. Okay, it's a little video. Show up. Quit being all wonky. It's terrible to see, but they were doing like a snuggle train. I don't know why I wish it would come in not so blurry, but they were doing a snuggle train. Oh, there's Juniper. Juniper cleaning the Siamese. Just having and what you can't see is right back here, right there. Do you see that tiny little fleck of white? Dark Cat had like crawled back there and was like snugged back in there. It was so funny. Okay, so there's them. The other ones were, these are, okay, so the two boys that we had gotten from Dr. Darcy, one is a gray, just a gray tiger, but a really pretty gray, if that makes sense. And one's a gray and white tiger. Look at this gray and white one. Yes, that's a piece of litter on him. They think the litter box is a fun box of madness. And then this one is really hard to see, but there's the other gray, and that brown tiger right there is the completely blind one. Completely blind. So there they are. Yeah. Cheerio is doing really good. This is look, I cleaned her ears. Look, do you see how quick Butterbean ditched me? Butterbean, she's like, bye mom. Brandon's here. She's like, hi, tall, dark, and handsome. I'm Butterbean. I've missed you. It's been a whole week. She loves Brandon. Oh, birthday guy Brandon. Whoa, what? Today? Oh, Brandon, happy birthday.
Thank you.
He's 23. Can you guys believe it? Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And he celebrates it here at a cat rescue. All right, so let's get to the actual, will the blind baby be like an office kitty like Abba and a Pony? I don't think so. She is just, Abba and a Pony to me, they were in the office. Oh, and let me jump back real quick. The two that came from the two that came from Dr. Darcy's, the solid gray and the gray and white tiger, both of those are boys, and then the blind baby is a female. And all three of them get on like they have known each other for their entire lives. So, oh, it's also Meatball's birthday.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Did you plan that?
No.
Okay, so let me jump over real quick to the real update of what I was here for was Buddy. Buddy. Boy, oh boy. So he went to the doctor. Help me out. Was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. He went to the doctor, and we knew he was just a mess. And come to find out, he's a mess. Hi, Buddy. He has got a lot of things going on with him. The biggest, one, we suspected that he might have had a polyp or something like that. No polyp. Apparently polyps are hard and not movable. He had a growth in his ear. So they did remove his growth and got that out. So that's all fine and dandy. As far as what's going on with the rest of him, he's got a lot. The biggest thing going on with him, he's got bowel issues, which we've already known and we've been trying to work on. Obviously, he's still struggling. The biggest thing is I actually asked them to x-ray him because something was going on with his spine area. I couldn't quite pinpoint what it was. So he has hip dysplasia that wasn't, I don't even know that you can take care of it. Maybe you can as a young age. But hip dysplasia that has gone unkempt for, so many years. And he has horrible arthritis. So very, very bad arthritis. Dr. Darcy said the best thing to do would be to do, it's a FHO, it's a femoral head removal, where you the ball sockets in the hip are like this, and they, walk like this, in the hip sockets, and that socket's a perfect round ball that cups that, and they walk and stuff like that. The ideal part would be to cut that head off, and then this rest of the leg just kind of finds its way into that socket, like Egypt. Yeah. The downside is he is not a good candidate. Hands down, ruled out. He is not a good candidate for it. He's too overall unhealthy. So I don't know if it'll be something that he'll be a candidate for in the future. I don't know. Right now he's on pain management, and so my ultimate concern for him is that he's not in pain. So that's going to be my utmost concern, is that he's not in pain. He's on pain meds right now. He is not a good med taker. I will tell you that. He is not good. So that makes me a little nervous because he's just not great at it. But his hips look just absolutely. I can show you an x-ray if you like to see. I will say he does seem to be walking a little less painful that he's been on pain meds for the last 2 days. So there's that. I don't know if that will continue on, but he will need pain management for the rest of his life. Okay, so where is it? Now, darn it. If I didn't have so many pictures of cats on here. Well, I had a perfect picture. Meh. I had a perfect picture of what a hip should look like. But if you Google perfect, Google like a healthy cat's hip x-ray, you can see, I mean, the body is designed in such an amazing way that it is a perfect C cup with a perfect round ball that fits in there just perfectly. Here's his hips, and it's both sides. Maybe I'm gonna try to wait till that gets zoomed. Come on. Oh, Cat B. Cat B said, wow, he doesn't act like he's in pain at all from our view. I can tell you with absolute certainty he is, yes, he is for sure in pain. There is no doubt. If we even touch his back area, there you go. So you should be seeing right here, you should be seeing an absolute pristine, and it always goes, let me go from this way, right here on this side, you should see a pristine cup and a perfect ball together. And it would fit perfectly. And both hips are just very jagged. He's got like almost spurs coming out of them. Yeah, as far as the pain, that was actually one of my major concerns on getting him in, is because he's just so very tender to touch him in the back area. Even if you're petting him in the back area, he can get really upset. So we knew something was going on there. So we're not really sure what direction to take with him quite yet. We're just going to try. He is on a monthly injection. This is Buddy I'm speaking of. He is on a monthly injection that should hopefully help. You generally take 2 injections before you start seeing results, and he's also on daily pain meds morning and night. So we're keeping an eye on it, and we'll see. I guess just my ultimate concern is that he's not hurting. So that's it. A lot of you guys have asked about Grammy and how she's doing. I think she's doing really well. I think she is. I obviously can't see an enlarged esophagus, but overall, everything else about her seems very, very well. She hasn't thrown up, which is a very indicative of a large esophagus or a mega esophagus. She hasn't thrown up at all since she's been here. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't want you guys to think, wow, she's cured. I'm not saying that. She's just not showing signs. She seems, it is, Becky said, is that Silencia that he's on? Yes, he is on Silencia. Yeah. But I've not seen any, what would cause problem like Buddy's? Would making cats jump high and twist in the air add to it? KB, I'm sure that probably doesn't help, but his problems were caused long before this and just exasperated. So generally, I mean, his problems were caused more from hip dysplasia that wasn't, taken care of way back then. And it might have been caught at a regular vet appointments, throughout the years. one thing interesting, and as we found out with Grammy, Darcy says there's no way Grammy is that age, which we were kind of all talking about. Grammy is definitely, she put her at 12 years. She could be as young as 10, but, you know, kind of right in there. She's guessing 12. Buddy, they said there is no way he is the age that their former owners had put them at. So they actually put Buddy at least 11 years old. So, yeah. So, Zoe, I don't think the previous owner had. Zoe said, "Do you think the previous owner knew about this with Buddy?" I wouldn't think so. Cats are amazing, and someone said it earlier. They're amazing at hiding. They're amazing about hiding. Terry said, "Please say that again about Buddy's age." They're putting Buddy's age at 11. Norma said, like within humans with arthritis, those injections work. Yes. So incidentally, my boy, my dog Tucker, he's not on Silencia, that's for cats, but there's another one, Limberelli, or I can't remember the name of it, but he's on those, and it took 2 years, or excuse me, 2 months, 2 treatments before we were like, wow, he's really improved. So, yes, Buddy is getting pain meds. Yeah. Someone asked about Grammy's adopter, or the woman that's interested in Grammy. I believe she still is. I have not pressed her on it at all. You know, I'd like to see what she's definitely asking about her a lot. And I think we're kind of just waiting to see what Darcy says when she goes back in for a checkup. So. Oh, yeah, Beaker. Beaker said might be a good candidate for these special treats that we got called Susie's treats for pain. Yes, that's a good idea. When does Grammy go back in for a that visit? I don't have the exact date. I have to call and schedule it yet, but it was in about 3 weeks from when she had gone. So she knows her real age, yeah. So I just don't want this sweet woman that's very interested in Grammy. I don't want her to feel like she's committed to anybody and committed to someone that has more health issues than she had anticipated. That's not fair. So, but she is a very kind woman that's interested in Grammy. So her utmost concern is Grandma's health, or Grammy's health, which I think is wonderful. Yeah, other than that, what med does Hania have that requires meds? She's just got a little skin allergy right now. Have any more thoughts on Radar and Nyota's nest? Oh gosh, I have lots of thoughts on what to do with Radar and Victoria. Lots and lots of thoughts, and I'm still mulling them over. I don't mind the idea of him being in Nyota's nest. That's not a problem. My thing I'm kind of coming into is, this is so silly, but Rumpelstiltskin is just loving it in there. He just seems so happy. How's Bodhi? Amazing. He has no... He's fine. He's like, he thinks he's the biggest cat in the world, so. Anyways, all right, I'll wrap up my updates and try to keep it quick for you guys and go home and get some food. Yep, Rumpelstiltskin, I even went in today, and he just, if you go in and try to offer him to come out, he goes and hides under a cranda. Like, not scared and terrified or anything. He's just like, no, you can't find me, so I stay here. So he's just perfectly content in there. It's the craziest thing. How's Cheerio? Cheerio's breathing is better. She's got a funky eye right now, which is really strange. Her one eye looks very funky. So, of course, the next day I was very concerned. I reached out to Darcy, and she's like, oh, I forgot to tell you that can happen. You know, if you're messing with the ear, there's nerves and all that stuff there. So that should ease up. But other than that, she's doing well, and I imagine I'm probably going to put her back out here. I just kind of wanted to monitor a couple things on her, so before I threw her back in the main area. But yeah, Nyota and Rumple, they are. I just don't know. I mean, they're, despite Rumple being young and Nyota being older, they're like the cutest little married couple. They both lay up on the shelf together. They sit in their little respective couches together. It's very cute. It was great to see Jackie again. As soon as I see her, you know, so I was all worried about cleaning and trying to have everything all spick and span and happy and good looking. And as soon as Jackie shows up, I'm on the phone with the vet. I knock over a bowl of food all on the floor. A cat threw up, and I'm like, welcome home. It's like, what does Rumpelstiltskin and Nyota watch on TV in there? Oh, any cat TV. They like anything. They're not specific on one or the other. My cat loves like the bird videos. They watch anything. The cat games, all these, everything. So, thanks, Winsky. I'm sure you are too. Yeah. Yeah, it was Terry. Terry said a normal day in rescue. It really was. I was like, I was so trying to make it look so nice, and she'd walk in and it'd be lovely. And does Scotland eat better? Or does Scotland eat better? Yes. Oh my gosh. Scotland has, knock on wood, been pretty darn good. They were watching Jeopardy the other night. I'm not surprised. Scotland, he is amazing. He is so good. I cannot tell you how much thicker he's getting. Everything about him's feeling thick. His neck is just filling out. He's doing so great. He is just wonderful. He's doing really well. The only problem is when we're letting him out, he does tend to go and mark a couple things. So I'm hoping that's going to be a neuter corrected thing. So I'm hoping. But other than that, I mean, he is really good. He's so good with all the babies, everything. He is such a happy boy. I took a little recording of him. Oh, thanks, Patricia. Thank you for the donation. I took a little video of Scotland because he absolutely, oh no, I did one of those dumb things. You know how you're recording, but you didn't hit the record, but then you go to end the recording and you start recording? That's what it was. Never mind. Disregard. He was laying it. He loves a yellow Nana. Look at it. He is zonked out sleeping. Zonked out holding that yellow Nana. And his little tail was just flicking. And Scotland, I brushed Scotland. He had a little piece of junk in his hair. And it was one of those things I kept walking by. And I'm like, I need to brush him. I need to brush him. I need to brush him. And then finally I'm like, okay, I'm brushing him. I brushed it to get it out of his hair. He loved it. He was so happy. And he does have a ton of peach fur growing in. You cannot tell because it blends in with the exact shade of his skin, but a ton of peach fuzz growing in, and he very much loved brushing. Yeah, so today I've been working on cleaning the pins back in the back, which is why I've not been up front very much, but I started in the front thumpers room all the way to the back, and we cleaned pins, and Debbie came out and helped. I appreciate that. And yeah, so cleaned pins. Those kittens at the bottom, it was so dirty. It was so dirty. They are just pigs. They are pigs. It was so dirty at the bottom that when I moved their bed, there was a perfectly clean outline underneath of it. Yeah, so. Hi, Chief and Mrs. Chief. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get going and go home and get supper and all that stuff. My husband's been like being the best. So if he's watching, I love you and you're amazing. So I do. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Debbie said one baby tried to keep the litter box clean by going outside the box. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. We'll talk to you soon and have a great night. Enjoy Brandon and Sherry with their birthday party. And big thanks to Debbie for feeding the babies tonight for me. So if you see Debbie, tell her thanks. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night. See ya. All the kittens roam free, so
Alright.
just let them run wild. Wherever the wind blows, let them go. Look at Murph, he's like,
Quiet.
I'm just staying up here. The babies are all over the place. And they stink. Did you see the babies in the back?
I haven't gone back there yet, no.
Brother, well, if you want to see a dose of hideousness, I'm just saying.
Alright.